Well, good evening and welcome to the Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive Cup Series live from Iowa Speedway tonight. I'm your main commentator, Vern Bradley, and I'm going to move our co-commentator up here. Michael McCauley, how you doing, buddy?
Good, how are you, Vern?
I'm doing good, man. We're live on YouTube with the Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive guys, and we're doing Iowa tonight. This ought to be a fun one.
Yeah, should be a good one.
We like the short tracks.
Yeah, they can be interesting.
Yeah, and we got to give a big birthday shout-out to Hal Amy tonight. It is Hal Amy's birthday, Michael McCauley.
Nice.
I think he told me he turned 32 or 35.
I'd believe it.
He's lying. Oh, so what happened to you last night?
I raged.
You raged.
I got loose. I forget what lap it was. I got loose off of 3 and 4. Got bumped from the back. Hit the wall. Came down pit road, so I had a black flag there. Front unsafe entry. Speeding on pit road. Damaged car. I was like, I'm done.
Oh, yeah. That's a bad night right there.
Oh, yeah.
Mine went real bad late.
Yeah, what, you lost power?
Yeah. While I was leading it under caution there.
Yeah.
With about
It took me
11 to go with the restart, I was going to jump out there pretty good, and them guys on fresh tires had to work through a few cars to get me. I think I could have held them off.
Yeah. I started to figure it out after a little while. Start running like the middle high line, and I start making some ground.
It was definitely interesting there, but I'll tell you, I've seen this Cup car, and I'm watching a 51 right here, and he got sideways again.
Yeah, looks like this could be a loose
So I think
track for these cars.
I think the Cup car is going to be loose tonight. It is a non-drafting track. It's a short track, so that's going to put it solely in the driver's hands tonight, Michael McCauley.
Yeah, should be the third race that without really drafting this season.
And no surprise at the top of the leaderboard, you're going to see that 30 car, Justin Gann. Gann's got, is it 2 or 3 wins on the season?
Let's see.
3, I believe.
He's got 3.
Yep, 3 wins on the season for Gann, so. And that's out of 8 races complete, right?
Yeah, and he missed. Didn't he miss the first one?
Yeah, I think he missed the first race, so we'll make that 3 out of 7. Or
Not
6. 3 out of 7. That's almost 50%.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to get in the
season.
wall right here, and, man, he's going to hit the inside wall a ton. Lucky for him, it's practice. So here's a driver that we've yet to see this season. That's going to be the number 42 sitting on pit road. His name is Mitch Clark. So, Mitch Clark, welcome to the Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive Cup Series, and you are now featured on the WFO Racing Network. Not that that's worth anything, McCauley.
It could be. Never know yet.
Maybe one day. I doubt it, though. We like to spotlight the new drivers a little bit. We're not trying to draw attention to them, just good exposure.
Yeah.
Trying to see if we got any other new ones, but, oh, yeah, we do.
There's a couple.
On pit road. That's going to be the number 75 of Derrick Rowley. So Derrick Rowley in the 75, one of the drivers I haven't seen starting the Cup Series here. So welcome to the Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive Cup Series there, Derrick. And we wish you the best of luck in the race tonight. Or heck, any race he gets in here, right?
Yeah.
We want to thank everyone that tunes into the broadcast week in and week out. Michael and I try our best to put on a good commentary show for you, and these guys out here on the track do a hell of a job putting on a good race. I think
makes our job easy.
it does. I was thinking the same thing. It just makes our job easier. So we could probably just really stream the race, work the cameras, and let it go.
Yeah.
I think it'd probably go just fine, Macaulay.
I would.
So I don't know if you've seen a post I made, but their schedule's coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, I saw that. Looking forward to seeing what races we're doing this year.
It's going to be interesting. So what do we got? 3 minutes left in practice right here?
Yep.
3.5, 4. I don't know. Somewhere close to that. Who knows?
It's a number.
It's a number, and the clock's ticking down on it. So if you're tuned in, we are in practice. This is not the official race yet. We're going to have to go through qualifying and then a driver's meeting, and then we'll do the starting lineup, and then we're going to go green flag for maybe 160 laps, but there'll probably be a caution or two.
Yeah, I would think so with the way practice is looking.
We've seen a couple of cars get loose, but that doesn't dictate the number of cautions we'll get. Sometimes that just makes the guy, when the green flag drops, drive a little more smooth and safe.
Yeah. It's better push it now than in the race.
Exactly. Push it in practice. You can hit escape, reset, and get a new car. You push it during the race and wreck it, and guess what? You don't get a new car.
You're escaping out of the race for the night.
You're either escaping out for the night or you're going to sit on pit road for a little while and get that thing fixed back up. And we got a decent field here, it looks like.
Yeah, it's a good field.
Pushing about 20 cars right now. So really good field. Couple minutes left in practice. Trying to catch one of the new guys out on the racetrack, and there we go right there. 75 car. Derrick Rowley. He's a 77 on the racetrack. Ooh, he's in the outside wall a little bit, but nothing wrong with giving it a little bit of wall loving there.
Make the track wider. It's all good.
That's right. Just extend that wall out there a little bit. Shouldn't be no problem whatsoever.
Nah.
25.5 again, Hal said. I couldn't see the chat. I had to refresh my stream there, Hal. So he's 25.5. If you multiply that by 2, that might be how old he is. His nation would say multiply that by 3. There's Bender, by the way.
Been a while since he's been in the stream.
Actually, it has. Good to see you again, Bender. Maybe he's been out on a bender, Macaulay.
He might have been.
He used to work with you or for you at one time, or he does work with you?
He does right now.
Gotcha.
Maybe I'm working him too hard. Maybe that's why he doesn't visit too much anymore.
Probably. Man, that 51's just drifted it. Michael Mueller, P2 on the speed charts right now, and I've seen him sideways, so he's definitely seeing what the limitations are of the 51 car here tonight. And Gann currently in the outside wall as we speak. It's not going to be an easy track to race tonight, I wouldn't think.
No.
So we're going to take a look at the 5 of Chad Osborne as practice is coming to a close here. 20 seconds remaining in practice. So happy 25.5 birthday to you, Hal. 25.5 years old. I guess that would make me like 21.2. No.
That'd probably make me like 10.3.
To 10.1. All right, checkered flag is out in practice. And that's going to do it. We're going to go right into qualifying, and we're going to find out who we can jump on board with in qualifying and see how we get around Iowa in the Cup car. I think you just hit the gas pedal and turn left, don't you?
Yep.
Let's see if we can jump on board right here with the 4 car. That's going to be Andrew Moraz, and I know this car is going to be fast, so it's a good one to jump on board with here. He's getting it up to speed, taking us through turns 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, down the front straightaway, start-finish line, and lap number 1 is in progress. Just like that. I can already see one of the things they're doing, and wow, looks like they got a lot of wheel in it to get it off the corner, Macaulay. Yeah, and he's all the way down to the bottom here in 3 and 4, but we thought it was loose, and I think it's quite the opposite, that it just might be snapping loose. He's working through 1 and 2 right here. Running a little bit up the racetrack in 1 and 2, but in 3 and 4, he's all the way down there at that yellow line. And I'd say that it's a pretty good line to run. We'll have to see if he goes back to the top here on the lap number 2, and I don't believe he's going to.
Nope.
Michael Robinson actually is going to head up to the top, so let's jump on board with the 30 car, Justin Gann. I believe he was the fastest time in practice, so. Man, he ran a little bit different line in 3 and 4, and that's going to put him up to P3, and I think he might shut it down right there. So Robinson laying down a pretty good lap.
Yeah, that's a solid lap.
All right, on board now with the 99 of Jarrett Lipster. He ran a lap there, and it went 12th on the board, so looks like he's going to take another one right here. Oh, Mitchell Robinson. Sorry about that, buddy. I mixed it up. Michael Robinson, I've known for a long time on here, so.
And he's in the field, too.
And he's in the field, too. So we got a Mitchell and a Michael.
That's going to be confusing.
Just slightly. We'll get it right. Don't worry about it, Mitchell. We'll work on it and get it right. I think we will.
Yeah, we
So,
should.
We're going to catch Gary May at the right time in the 10 car right here. We're going to come right off of pit road with him. So Mitchell Robinson holding a fast time. Let's see what Gary May can do in the 10 car. Coming out of 3 and 4. This is probably going to be his fast lap at the line, and it's going to put him 14th. So 14th on the board, 1 minute left in practice. And he may be the only race car on the track right now.
Yeah, I believe he is.
With sub 1 minute, so I believe everybody that's going to qualify has probably put their lap down at this point.
He improved by a lot.
Yes, he did. He's going to go up to 8th on his second lap. So pretty good qualifying effort right there by Gary May, driver of the 10 car. And I'm pretty sure he said he was going to get back in the booth, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
On the post race, though, he's going to be headed for the top 3. All right, we're going to switch some camera views off here, and qualifying's going to finish up right here in about 15 seconds. Hello, Jessica. Welcome to the stream. Todd Craig is in the field, right?
Yep, he's 14th.
14th on the board. There he is right there. I didn't see him in practice much. I wasn't catching him when I was running around with the camera, probably. Or he snuck in late, and I missed him.
Yeah.
So Mitchell Robinson's going to hang on to that top spot by what, .003?
Yeah, it was close.
Really close between him and who was our P2? Michael Mueller.
Michael Mueller.
No surprise there. That 51 car is fast.
And every week him and Justin Gann are always up there.
Battling it out. So here's one of our, I believe our 4th place starter right there in the 4 car. That's going to be Andrew Moraz, and he's got a little bit different paint scheme riding on the number 4 tonight. Moraz with the Budweiser paint scheme. And butt kicker is the word tonight, Michael McCauley.
Yeah.
Feel what you've been missing. How's that butt kicker working for you?
Not bad.
Not bad for you. Great for the girlfriend.
Yeah.
There we go.
Going to order 2.
Winner, winner right there.
Yeah.
Get a butt kicker. You'll love it. No, get a butt kicker. You'll really like it, and your girlfriend will love it. How's that?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I seen some dude with one for sale. I think it was actually on iRacing Classifieds on Facebook. He said it was vibrating his wooden rig too much.
It's not too bad on my chair.
He said, just make sure you don't have a wooden rig. It's vibrating mine. So that's a true story. That did happen. And we're getting lined up right here. We will do a starting lineup for you. I believe we try to do that every race.
Yeah, try to.
Try to. I don't know if we missed one, but who knows? Somebody could probably watch and chime in and tell us, yeah, you missed one this week. We haven't missed this one yet. We kind of wait for the guys to get lined up out here. But Iowa's a short track, so we don't have a lot of time to go through that field. We may have to start a little early on it. You see most of the guys getting lined up right now. So let's go ahead and pull up that starting grid. What do you say?
Yeah.
Starting on the pole, I got his name wrong earlier, but we'll get it right now. That's going to be the driver of the number 44 car, Mitchell Robinson. To his outside in second, you're going to see a familiar driver there in the 51 of Michael Mueller. Starting third is going to be Justin Gann, driving the number 30 car. And to his outside in fourth, Andrew Moraz in the number 4. Starting fifth here will be Joshua Kanata in the 16, and to his outside in 6, one of the new drivers here in the Cup Series, Mitch Clark in the 42. Starting in 7th, going to be the number 11 of Gary Wells, and to his outside in 8th, great qualifying effort for that 10-car Gary May. Starting 9th, Chad Osborne in the number 5. We're going to go back there and find him. There we go. That way we can move through the field a little bit. And to his outside is going to be that number 99 car, Jarrett Lipstruer. Well, hit the wrong button. There we go. 11th is going to be the 27 of Jonathan Cogswell. And to his outside and 12th is going to be, we got this name right or wrong before, Cade Sayer, right, Michael?
Yeah.
I thought that's what it was.
Right there.
So Cade starting 12th in the number 12. 13th is going to be the 87 of Anthony Keys. We'll try to move back to some of these guys. And his outside, that's a familiar car, the 22 of Todd Craig. 15th is going to be Michael Robinson driving a 26 car. And then we got a new driver outside of him for the Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive Cup Series. That's going to be Derrick Rowley in the number 75. Starting 17th, 32 of Darren Clement. In his outside, and 18th is going to be the number 93 of Patrick DeSalinaire. 19th is going to show the 14 of James Gannier, and he's starting. I see his car back there. And then 20th is an admin, so 20th and 21st will probably show as admins.
Yep.
And yep, I'm correct. Your admins are going to be Andy Starcher and Don Kidder for the Hyperdrive Cup Series here. And I think these guys are pacing.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to Mitchell up here. He's not there.
I don't know. Mitchell was in the YouTube chat, but not sure what happened to him. That's going to move Gann up one. And there's Nation. I don't know what he's WTFing on there.
Who knows?
Don't you got a hotel to burn down or something, Nation? All right, so short track racing, Iowa Speedway.
We got 2 pace laps here.
Yep, 2 pace laps at Iowa. You see the front row's now going to consist of the 30 and the 51. And the question is, did the our pole sitter is just deconned. I mean, I'm not even showing him.
No, it's saying disconnected due to incoming packet loss.
Yeah, Darren Clement not showing. Patrick DeSalinier not showing either. So, maybe we had a few of them guys get disconnected right here, and that's unfortunate before the start of this thing. But I can tell you who ain't disconnected, and that's Justin Gann in the 30, 51 of Michael Mueller. These guys stacked up 2 by 2 right here, and this field's getting ready to start the race. They're stacked up behind the pace car coming through turns 3 and 4 for what should be the final time. Oh, man. Sat the pole and his equipment dumped on him. Pace car's in, and we're green flag and racing with the Hyperdrive Cup Series. And look at Mueller with the teammate, Moraz, behind him. Great start on that high side. Gann's loose on the bottom. Justin Gann was sideways twice, all the way to the apron. Sideways. And he's going to drop towards the back of the field here. And we're under caution. And I found it. That's unfortunate. That happened quickly, too. And I don't know if that had anything to do with what we seen going on or not, but
yeah, I have no clue.
There's only one way to find out. Go back there and see what happened to the feller. If it was a caution flag, I'd bet his car ended up the wrong way or something. I believe it was already wrecked here, so we're going to have to back up again.
Michael Robinson.
Okay, and let's back up. Yep, here we go. So we're going to rewatch a start from the 26 car of Michael Robinson. And we're going to see what happened to the black and gold car right here. You see him working the bottom, and we've seen the 30 on the bottom too, so we know that you can get loose down there. Oh. I think that was a case of where a guy might have checked up a little bit because the 30 moving up there having his problems.
Yeah.
That could have been what happened right there. He was just making he thought that it was going to affect him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's going to put us under caution number 1 right here, and on lap number 1 at that.
And we had a lead change already, too.
Yeah, it looks like
that happened.
Moraz in the 4, throughout all the excitement, took the lead. Man, Mitchell Robinson, though, fast hot rod here. Missing the start of the race because the equipment went down. And he is in the field right now. You see him coming off pit road right here. Hopefully he didn't get any damage during that caution flag. It looked like probably one of the only one. That's actually Michael Robinson's car I'm on. Mitchell is not in the field. I was hoping to see a feller get his car going.
Yeah. Oh, he reconnected, so he might.
So not a whole lot of people taken to pit road that time.
Oh. Michael Robinson just took it into the wall on the caution light.
He might be having some issues there with the steering or something on that car.
He might.
He might be having some equipment issues. It might be running into Robinson's there.
It could be.
He had a little bit of problems, brought us under caution. I believe that car says Black Magic on it. Maybe, I don't know. You see he's going to come back down the pit road. The 30-car Gann's going to follow him.
He got a decent amount of right side damage there when he hit the wall in the caution lap.
Yeah, looked like it was bent up pretty good first time, too. In fact, before I even noticed the spin, it looked like he had already had damage to the rear of the car.
Yeah.
The exhaust was hanging down a little bit, so that might have affected the handle on that old car a bit. But it wasn't a handling issue that caused it. It looked like he was just avoiding a 30 coming up there. I don't know.
Yeah.
The second wreck might have been a handling issue.
Yeah, the second one I think was handling.
So here's an interesting thing. The 4-car Moraz is going to choose the outside line on the restart. He's going to give Mueller in the 51 the bottom side there. But
yeah, we probably saw that launch that Mueller got on that initial start.
The 4-car's actually going to be the race leader, so he'll have control of the restart here. And that's important. So 2 by 2. That means one thing. We're going green next time by, ain't we?
Yep.
That will be our first restart. We had an initial start, and then when we go green the next time, it'll be this time it'll be our first restart. Did our pole sitter ever make it back in?
Yep, he just entered the track now.
Good deal. I haven't shown him on timing and scoring yet.
Five laps down, or 6 laps down.
All right, pace car's in, and we're to green flag racing with the Hyperdrive Cup Series. Moraz in the 4 is going to control the restart. He's not going to have any problem getting back to the front, and I'll tell you what, they're stacking up behind him in a battle, 2 by 2. We're going to back up to the 99 of Jarrett Lipstruer. Who's he got in front of him? 42 of Mitch Clark. 10-car Gary May right up here in the battle. Gary May in the 5th position right now, Macaulay. May's on the gas pedal at Iowa.
Yeah.
But look at the 16 of Josh Kanata working the bottom of the track. 11 car to his outside. That's going to be Gary Wells. Iowa's one of those tracks that'll put on some really great side-by-side racing, and I think we're starting to see some of that right now.
Multiple lanes.
Yeah, you see some guys working the bottom. Todd Craig being one of those drivers working the bottom of the track right now. Todd Craig, one of the fast drivers, looking to work his way through the field as he battles side-by-side with that 5-car Chad Osborne. Great battle right there. Right ahead of him is another great battle. You see Jonathan Cogswell right there. Cogswell battling with the 16 car. That's Kanata. Now you see, looks like that outside line might have a little more momentum as these tires start to wear, Macaulay.
Yeah. A couple laps on them.
Cogswell's going backwards. Osborne, Cray slides around him. Looks like Anthony Keys in the 87 is going to try to slide around here. They're going to stay side by side, looking at the 27 of Jonathan Cogswell, the 87 of Anthony Keys to his outside. And Keys is going to prevail and take that spot away. Meanwhile, back up in the top 5, you see that Wrangler number 10 car of Gary May. Qualifying well here and holding on to the 5th position right now. Man, these guys are getting racy again back here. 5-car Osborne, 16 Kanata, 22 Cray, 87 Anthony Keys. And watch out for that 87 car, Macaulay. We know he's fast.
He was fast last week.
Yes, he was. No surprise to see him coming forward already, working his way to the front here. Also not a surprise to see the 22 car Todd Craig working his way forward. This is just a battle right here with these 4 cars. You got 4 really good cars going for one position, Macaulay.
Yeah, close racing.
16, 22, 5, 87. So Kanata, Cray, Osborne, Keys. Look at Todd Craig going to the bottom of the track, trying to get that spot away from the 16. 16's going to hold a little momentum and a little advantage down the straightaway, but Cray's going to drive it deep into 3 and 4. Slide job? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's how you got to do it here at Iowa. It's short track, man. But look at that. Look at the 5 running a little bit lower right there than the 16. He's able to get a running. I think Cray's going after May now.
They got into each other.
Oh, yeah, I think there's a wreck going on back there. We were on it, and then we missed it.
5.
Man, that's going to stack 3 of them up, Macaulay.
Yeah, the 5 got into the 16 into the turn there.
All right, here we go. Let's back it up and see it in real time. Watching the 16, the 5, the 22 of Cray was the battle I was up on, and just really close racing right here. Oh, yeah. Tried to move to the bottom right there is what he did, and the 16 was headed there. So, oh, pretty bad damage here. That second hit with the 87 really put some damage on the front of that 5 car and pretty good damage on the back of the 87 car.
Yeah, the 5's missing his front end now.
Good news is all 3 cars are running, and Iowa's a short track, so the aerodynamics shouldn't matter as bad.
No.
But the horsepower does. So you don't want it to break the engine. All right, so short track means short pace laps, quicker caution flags, but probably just enough time to bring you a commercial break. All right, we're back to the broadcast here. Looks like we had a little bit of a...
Looks like that Michael Robinson actually stayed out.
I'm having a little bit of frame issues right here for some reason. My internet's not playing too nice to me. Just be patient, it'll come around. It'll make its way around. Usually does, don't it, Macaulay?
Yeah, normally does.
So we'll be patient now and see if it can make its way back again. Hopefully it don't give nobody a seizure. I'm looking at it. I think some of the people were getting a seizure because they disconnected.
Yeah.
I don't know what in the hell's going on with it. There we go. Green's out for a second, and then it goes yellow and red. What in the hell?
That's strange.
Oh, and now it's buffering. Now, we've had a lot of rain and thunderstorms today move through the area. And it looks like it is
That could be what it is.
definitely my internet that's dragging right now. So we're going to try to get it boosted back up right here. And normally there's no issues with it. These guys are 2x2, so we're getting ready for a restart. And your leader's actually going to be the 26 of Michael Robinson. So that changed around,
he stayed
McCauley.
out. Could be interesting on old tires. I don't know how it's going to work out.
Yeah, tough it out on the stream for a minute. I'm working on some stuff on my end to try to get this thing settled out a little bit better right here. We're getting ready for a restart with the 26 cars the leader, 51 car Michael Mueller second. I'm keeping an eye on it. It looks like it's recovering a little bit better, so it should be picking up a little better on the YouTube side in a minute. 2x2, and they're back to green flag racing. Or maybe this is on YouTube's end.
It could be on YouTube's end. The audio's fine.
Yeah, the audio's fine. It's just the video right now. I haven't changed anything. I'm running the same thing we run week in and week out here. I may try something, though. There's a bit rate kicking way up there. All right, we're back to normal now, it looks like. Well, maybe not. Man, it goes up to normal and then it drops off again, McCauley.
Yeah, that's odd.
Every time I go to switch something around, I'll look and it'll go back to normal and it'll go back to red. So let me find a USB port on my router right here. Shoot. Can't find what I'm looking for. All right, McCauley, we're watching that battle, so keep an eye on that for a second. I got to find a cable.
Yeah. No, Andrew Moraz actually just passed Michael Mueller for the lead and have a new player up there in that Mitch Clark. And Michael Mueller's poking his nose on the inside of Andrew Moraz again. Where's the battle? I don't know. Got Justin Gann starting to work his way back up front. His early incident in the race, back up to 6th. And it looks like Jonathan Cogswell is stuck on the bottom again. Looks like the high side's working its way in.
Yeah, just like that, McCauley, I go to straighten it out and it straightens itself out, so it should be coming back. Should be smoother than out in the broadcast end. I'm watching that lead battle between teammates, man. 4 car and 51. They're not letting it go.
No, they're going back and forth.
Look at the run the 51 gets on the corner exit right here. Pulls right up on the bumper of the 4. It should clear out on the YouTube side because I'm not showing any problems on my end now. The frame rates, everything looks good. I wonder if it's a YouTube issue.
It may be.
So there's the 51 going to fall in behind the 4 car. We're going to stay with it. I think it'll clear itself out. I'm not real concerned with the bit rate and stuff that I'm seeing. Everything looks pretty good on the stream. On the OBS side of it, so I think it'll straighten itself out. And Boss Man says it's all good, so it's all good. Right, Macaulay? If the Boss Man says it, it's good.
Yeah, you're good.
So we're back here now with third, watching one of the new drivers in the Cup Series. That's going to be the 42 of Mitch Clark. Clark's got
some noise.
Yeah, he's got Lipster behind him there, but I'll tell you, that 42 looks like he might be gaining on the leaders just a bit. Macaulay?
Yeah.
Him and a 99. So we might have a 4-car battle here pretty shortly for the lead. The 42 going all the way to the bottom in the corner of 3 and 4. So he's working a completely different line right now. I think when the frame started glitching, oh, we got to battle for the lead again. These teammates are putting on a show, man.
Oh, they are.
You don't want to miss that one. I do like to see that 42 running a completely different line, and look at the run he was able to get off of turn 4 that time. He's starting to close right up on these two. They're side by side again, the 51 going for the lead. Oh, look how close it got off the corner.
And there's the 42 in it now.
Yeah, he's there. Now the 99's there, and man, look at Cade Sayer in that 12 car.
That's
Driving right up there to the battle. The problem with the bottom right there, you see that Mueller's able to run side by side with him, but I'll tell you, it looks like the 42's actually holding the bottom better than the 51. Macaulay. Yeah. You see him turning down in 3 and 4, getting right to the bottom, but that 51's not letting his teammate go. I don't think he's going to have to, though. The outside's just got a little bit more momentum, but look at the 51 battle up there again. It's a roadblock for the 42.
Yeah, he has nowhere to go.
Neither does the 99 or the 12 as far as that goes. And Mueller, slide job. He did it. That's all it took was a slide job.
Yeah.
And now it's definitely a YouTube problem on my stream. Nobody else's, just my YouTube decides to mess up again. So I can see the chat once again. Yeah, no one else had the issue that time, I know for a fact. So we got it straightened out, fought through our issues tonight. We should be good for the rest of the evening.
Yeah.
And we're only 38 of 160, so we got a lot of racing to bring to you here at Iowa.
And we got someone else new joining this battle now, too.
Oh, man, Mueller's kind of trying to pull away from these guys a little bit as you see the 42 going side by side and battling with the 4, and now the 99. And look at that, the 30 of Justin Gann. Where did he come from?
Yeah, slowly working his way back up through.
He just kind of showed up, didn't he, Macaulay?
Yeah.
Ooh. 42 had to get all the way out of the gas right there. So it looks like his car may have locked down a little bit up underneath those guys racing real hard. And that's the thing when you run the bottom here. I mean, when you're down there racing like that, you're putting a lot of heat on those right side tires, and eventually it'll get to where it won't want to turn. And I think that's probably what we're seeing with the 42 cars. He's starting to fade back on the battle a little bit. Mueller is kind of going out to his own zip code right now, but the 4-car Moraz has left a battle with the 99 of Lipster and the 30 of Gann. And I'm not going to say the 42's out of it yet because he might cool his tires down a little bit, and hell, he's right back in the show, Macaulay.
Yeah. Take it easy, a couple laps.
Sometimes that's all. Oh, we got a wreck. Ooh. We got a car in the wall.
99. And Moraz is sideways now.
We're going to stay green flag right here, lap 41. See the 11's going to skate by the 99 right here. 87 of Keys is going to move to the bottom and try to get by him. Looks like he's going to clear him. 16 of Kanata moving up on him. Man, Osborne there in the 5 after that wreck we watched him get caught up in, he don't have a front clip left, Macaulay. He's got a hood. But I think you're going to need slightly more than a hood, and Chad Osborne's actually being scored 21 laps down. So that was a pretty hard hit for him under that caution earlier. Meanwhile, back up front, the 30 car of Gann was able to get to the second spot, and he's actually running the leader down a little bit. But, man, that battle behind him is still going on.
Yeah, it won't go away.
42-4, 22 of Todd Craig all the way up at the track. 12, Cade Sayer. 14, James Gunnier in this battle now. And where did he come from? The 10 of Gary May right back in the picture, Macaulay. Well, Moraz going to back up the 14 a little bit, and that's going to let Sayer get a run on the bottom. And now Sayer's going to try to go after the 4 Moraz right here. Oh, slide job, no room. Couldn't do it, Macaulay.
Nope, not that time.
He thought about it. And that might hurt the 12 now. Well, nope. 12's going to get a good run off the corner. Slide job is on. And he cleared him. Look at that. Now Gunnier's going to go after them both. The 14 right to the bottom going after both these guys. And look at Gary May in the 10. That Wrangler car is digging.
He's going somewhere tonight.
So maybe Moraz up there battling with the 51, his teammate, might have used up the tires a little bit, Macaulay.
Yeah, it looks like he may have some damage on the back end, too.
And he's got a little damage back there, and maybe the car's real tight on him, locked down, don't want to turn, and he's just struggling and going the wrong direction at the moment. But Gary May is not. Gary May has driven himself right back to the top 5 on this run. And he restarted, back around 10th or so?
Yeah.
So that 10 car, that Wrangler car's got a piece right here at Iowa, and they might want to keep an eye on that cat tonight. But Mitch Clark thought he used his tires up earlier, got it straightened out with a 42 car. 42 car currently sitting in the 3rd position right now. He may have company pretty soon, though, with that 22 of Todd Craig not too far behind. Craig's all the way up at the top in the middle of the corner, Macaulay. He's got her up at the wall.
Yeah, he found speed up there, I think.
I think if Nation walked up to the edge of the wall with a corn dog, he could hand it right to him. Right through the window, Macaulay.
He would try it, too.
Nation or Todd? Nation would try it. Both of them would. So you can see the 22's catching that 42. Talking about Todd Craig right there going after Clark. And I believe that car behind them's got fresh tires. I think I just witnessed that fella roll off a pit road a couple of laps ago. That's the 75 car.
Ooh.
Oh, he got it loose. Is he going to save it? Yes, he is.
He saved it.
That's going to be Derrick Rowley in the 75. Nice save there, Derrick. I'll tell you.
Slide job here? We got another slide job.
Yeah, Todd Craig's going to slide job, put her right in the 3rd position, and he's going to try to run those leaders down. But I'll tell you, Gann is slowly picking away at that lead, Macaulay.
Yeah, it's down to a half a second.
Yep, he's a half a second, and another, 6/10 behind him is this battle right here, the 22 and 42. They better watch out because that 10 car's on a mission, man.
42's coming down pit road.
42's headed to pit road. Green flag pit stop right there for the driver of that car. And he probably not happy with his tires right now, if I had to guess. But we're lap 53, so they got 53 laps, a lot of these guys on the tires. The ones that didn't stop on the second caution anyway.
Yeah.
I doubt there was not anyone that stopped on the second caution. I don't know. 14 car Gunnier's going to head to pit road. Leaders are going to stay out for now. The lead is it's kind of stabilized a bit. It's about a half a second, 0.5 is the gap. And that's the 51 of Michael Mueller over the 30 of Justin Gann. It looked like the 51 had a better corner that last set of corners. It's kind of going back and forth, though. It'll go from 0.4 to 0.6. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of equaled out there right now.
And they got that 75 car, I believe, which is Derrick Rowley, who's on fresher tires. They just want to let that cat go. He's got fresh tires, so there ain't nothing you can really do to hold him back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no point of fighting it.
Mueller way out of the gas right there. Got all the way up by the wall, and that's going to allow Gann to take a little bit of time off, a couple of tenths of a second. So this front battle has really been good, man.
Yeah.
Mueller now using all of the racetrack, and that's going to allow him to pull a little bit better off the corner right there and pick a tenth back up. It's back and forth, I'm telling you, between 4 and 0.6, literally. So we're going to go back to Todd Craig, and look who's caught him. Todd Craig was 0.6 behind Justin Gann, not no more, McCauley.
No, he's
there. He's cut that 0.6 down to about, what, a tenth? 2 tenths? But really, I mean, even between Craig and Mueller's not that much distance right now. And if you see the 5 car of Osborne, he's like 25 laps down. He's just got fresh tires right now. So, man, look at Craig closing in on the 30 of Justin Gann. That's going to be for the second position. And a guy who's not fading away bad is this 10 car right here, Gary May.
No, he's having a great run right now.
He's having a great race here. 58 laps in. Almost a third. I'm not mathing right. All right, so Mueller. Oh, man, we got to get back here to second because it's going to be a battle. It's coming. Maybe this lap, McCauley. Todd Craig working the bottom of the track. And they close in like 2 tenths on Mueller. That's how much that Gann has picked up the pace with the pressure from the 22.
Yeah, he had to.
He picked up the pace, and they kind of were chasing Mueller down a little bit. But look at the 22 now. He's been working the bottom, McCauley, and he's slowly been picking up.
Ooh, he tried to slide job.
He could have did it. He had him cleared. But that was really a good, smart move. Don't cut the guy off when he's got that much momentum because you might get wrecked. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, not at this time of the race.
Exactly. There's still a long way to go. There's, what, 99 laps to go?
Yep.
So, and you see after Gann got passed, he did the right thing too. Justin Gann's going to take it to pit road. Right there, 30 car. Lost the second spot, went right to pit road. That is not a bad move. You see the 22 of Craig, while he was battling, he fell off about a second to the leader of Michael Mueller.
And you see who's getting bigger in his mirror now.
Yeah, that 10 car, Gary May. I'm telling you, on the long run, that 10 car looks really good. I've been watching his lap times, McCauley, and that cat is moving. He's going somewhere. He's got her figured out on the long run.
Yeah.
And you see May working a little higher line, but he has caught the 22. And I would suspect to see after May goes around, yep, 22 goes right to pit road, and not too far behind May is fresh tires. Clark stopped.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty quick.
42's moving up through there pretty fast, and Gary May's actually going to be scored as your leader right now as all the other drivers have stopped.
Yeah, he can't stay out too much longer.
So we got green flag pit stops. They started, what, around lap 60?
Yep.
Actually, probably lap 50 because we had a couple come in quite a bit earlier.
Yeah, we'll have to Mitch Clark come in.
It's been 10 laps ago for James Gannier in the 14, and Rowley went in 16 laps ago. Clark was like 11 laps ago.
Yep.
Same with Mitchell Robinson, but Mitchell is unfortunately like 6 laps down after his equipment junked out on him at the start. So Gary May's still on the racetrack right here, lap 66. So apparently May is working a little bit different strategy right here by staying out, Macaulay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt the 10 car on the old tires there is fast on the long run. And you see behind him is Clark right there. And Clark's on a lot newer tires than May has. And May just held him off for, 4 or 5 laps there?
Yeah.
That's not bad for old tires. But he's definitely getting himself off pace with those other leaders that stopped. And I don't know. Maybe this thing will stay green and this guy going to look like a hero with his strategy.
Yeah, it's going to work in his favor.
Stranger things have happened. We had a couple of quick cautions, but since then, man, it's went green flag for quite a ways now. And you see some of the other guys that stopped before them. Gann's going to be the first one of those guys. And he's back in 4th position. And right behind him, not too far, is the 22 of Todd Craig. And then back behind them, a bit farther, is going to be the 51 of Michael Mueller. And Mueller was the leader before all of that.
Yeah, I think it's actually going to cycle out to have Mitch Clark as the leader. Because he stopped, 11 laps before anybody?
I don't know, though, because Gary May's still on the track with a 17.599 second lead. That's almost a full lap around this joint, man.
Yeah.
So May still leading this thing right here. Not stopped yet. You see Gann and Craig battling for second. No, not second, but 4th and 5th. They're a lap down until right now. They just got their lap back. Justin Gann and Todd Craig just got their lap back. So Gary May having a lot of them a lap down. Now May's going to bring it to pit road, lap 71 right here. He's going to make a nice, easy entry to pit road. He didn't pinch it on the pit road. He made a nice, easy entry. Not a pintry. So there's the 42 we're looking at. Gann is going to come out, and the 14 is the leader right now. And these guys stopped around the same time, by the way, the 14 and the 42 of Mitch Clark. They stopped around the same time. One of them's got 18, and the other one's got 19 laps on his tires. So they actually worked a little bit of pit strategy, Macaulay.
Yeah. And they're out there pretty far ways right now.
Yeah, Clark's about, well, you can see Craig got around Gann. And he's 7.2 seconds behind. Second place Mitch Clark right now. So back here, and you see that Craig's actually put a little distance on the 30 car. He got around him, and he's trying to move away from him a little bit. He's definitely faster. Well, Todd Craig looks like he's got a couple lap fresher tires than even Justin Gann does. And that would be right because after Craig got around Gann went right to pit road.
Yeah.
Craig stayed out a couple of laps until he was getting passed by the 10, and then he went to pit road. So we'll have to see how this works out, for the 10 of May. Gary May stayed out a while longer. So that's going to...
He's at the tail end of the lead lap right now.
Yeah, it'll drop him down to running order coming back out, but he's obviously going to on fresh tires now, so he's going to be laying down a lot faster laps, and his tires will hang in longer. So we'll have to see how it works out for him, throughout the run and how many positions he makes up.
Yeah.
But he's clearly on a different strategy right now than your race leaders are. This is Kanata going around the 14 of Gann. Gann is on older tires. And you see Todd Craig is chipping away right here from that lead. He's 4.4 seconds back now, so he's gained about 3 seconds on him, McCauley. And that's where May's car's at right now, in the 11th position. And next on his radar is right in front of him. That's the 11 of Gary Wells in front of him right here. Go on board with Gary Wells for a lap or two. See what's going on with the driver of the number 11 car here. Gary's got about 14 laps on these tires, Michael, so it gives us a chance to see how this car handles when it's got a few laps on it.
Yeah.
You see Gary May go by him, though, in the 10 car. That's what May's got, about half the laps on his tires that even Wells has.
No, he's catching a lot of guys.
Man, I mean, you can see the distances. May is that Keys he's working on now? No.
Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson.
Michael Robinson.
Yeah, it's not for position. Yeah, Michael Robinson. Not Mitch. Or Mitchell. They're trying to mess us up with the names, McCauley.
They are. They just need to change their numbers to 3 and 4. It'd be easier.
Yeah. We already have a 4, though. That's Andrew Moraz. Speaking of
That's
Moraz,
true.
He's back in the 7th position after he faded off earlier. And Moraz was one of them ones that stopped a little earlier. He's got 21 laps on his tires. So he stopped a little earlier. Gann, though's got 28 laps on this stint right now. Your leader.
Not very long. There goes Todd Craig.
And there goes Todd Craig for the lead. That's for the lead. Mitch Clark back there still hanging on to the 3rd position. And Todd Craig right to the front. We are just over the halfway point, McCauley. 83 of 160 laps here at Iowa Speedway with the Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive Cup Series. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. We know it wasn't real long into the broadcast. We had a little bit of a stream issue, a little bit of buffering, but it straightened itself out. I had confidence it would, and it did. Probably the network a little waterlogged after, 4 foot of rain today. It's underwater, literally. It's Florida. The whole state's nearly underwater on any given day, Michael McCauley.
I've heard. Michael Mueller's on pit road again.
Maybe Mueller got a mismatched set of tires, didn't like what he felt. Gonna watch him come into pit road right here in the 51 car. Sometimes you'll just get a mismatched set of tires on the machine. Maybe had a vibration. Didn't like what he felt in it, McCauley.
Yeah.
He's going to get down, take right side tires. Now left sides are up in the air and off the jack. And
he's got a lot of damage on the right side.
Man, he's going to sit there for an extended stay. I think they're going to work on the car. That might have been what happened to him earlier when he dropped back from those guys. Meanwhile, you see May in the 10 car currently scored in 8th. He's catching Moraz up there in the 7th position. And he has much fresher tires than Andrew Moraz does.
Yeah.
So I don't expect it to be much of a battle for the 10 car, May. Working a little higher line and Going to pull up next to him at the start-finish line right here. This is for P7. Well, Moraz is hanging on there a little bit. Just not going to be enough, McCauley.
No, I just wonder, once they get so many laps on the tires, if it just equals out.
I don't know. I mean, you can clearly see right there, especially off of 4, the 10 car just took off. I'm impressed with this 14 car, though. I mean, he's up here maintaining the second position. It ain't going to be for a whole lot longer because the 30 car is coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that strategy worked for him.
But look at the difference in laps. I mean, this cat's got 36 laps on his tires. Michael McCauley. And you talk about Gann, 28 laps on his tires. So pretty big, 10, 11 lap difference right there between the two of those cars. And I think we're about ready to see what that equals out to.
Yeah.
I haven't seen no chat in the stream, so I'm going to refresh my YouTube one more time. Maybe I've been missing something. Nope. All's good.
Yep.
All's good in the neighborhood. And there's the battle for second. Justin Gann going for it. That one didn't take long.
No. You can tell the tire was on that one.
Yep, that was all tires. Quick battle over with right there. Cade Sayer running a similar strategy in the 12 car, and Cade's up to the 4th position in that 12 car right now. But this is 7.7 seconds behind James Gannier and 11.8 seconds behind your leader of Todd Craig. So Todd sitting pretty comfortable with a 3.7 second lead over Justin Gann right now. Oh, we got a slow car on the bottom. Not sure who it was. I think Mitchell Robinson. Maybe.
Mitchell Robinson?
Yeah, coming to pit road. And Mitchell, I stuttered right there because you literally are 12th and 13th. Michael Robinson's 12th and Mitchell Robinson's 13th. So they have the same last name. A lot of similar letters in their name. Literally.
Yeah.
Even their first name.
That's too close.
Yep, a guy could easily make a mistake on that. A couple guys could. Obviously, Michael McCauley. A couple guys could make a mistake on it. So 96 laps, man. I'll tell you, the 2 quick cautions look like, I think Gann got in the wall. I think Justin Gann might have adjusted the right side door on that car, maybe the quarter panel a little bit. Sometimes that's what you got to do to kind of streamline the car.
Yeah.
Get up there, knock a couple dents in it, see if it don't rotate better.
See if it affects his handling much.
Hell, if it don't turn before the dents, maybe it will after them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It don't hurt to try, does it?
Oh, what do you have to lose?
Get up there and straighten her out a little bit. And he's about 4 seconds right now behind your leader, Todd Craig. And we're going to give Todd a little air time right here. Just because he's not in a battle don't mean the City Chevrolet don't need a little air time. He is your race leader, in fact. Hopefully he don't get the curse of the camera, but we're going on board with him, Michael McCauley.
Yeah.
You see him coming up behind the 16 car of Kanata right here. Kanata lap car. Man, just perfect throttle control in the corner. Look how long he's off the throttle, though.
Yeah, he stays out of it for a while.
He's out of that throttle almost the entire corner.
Yeah.
He might get in a little bit. And what happened, Michael Mueller?
Oh, he disconnected.
He disconnected. He's got him 8 laps down. I don't know if he had a pit road glitch or what happened to him. We might see if we can find him. I'll go digging down through here. Oh, he's muted out down there, so I don't want to move him up. If he's muted out and I move him up, he might not be in a good mood. So we don't want to do that to the booth tonight, do we?
No.
So on board with the leader, 4.3 seconds. And we'll show you what 4.3 seconds looks like right here. It looks like, let me change the camera views. It's bigger than that. Oh, Mueller's not muted out no more, so maybe that means he wants to come up to the booth a minute. All right, Michael Mueller, we got you up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Vern?
What happened to the 51 machine?
I guess somebody thought they were clear and in front of Justin, and he turned down on Justin's nose, and I tried to get around it. The car's so tight, and he right hooked it back up, so and up into the fence, and I kind of had nowhere to go. So
adjusted your car.
Oh yeah, we knocked the toe in, and got the meatball, and here we are.
Oh man, that never works out good.
No.
And that's what I kind of thought. You know, I thought maybe even the crew had a mismatched set of tires or something on there because it looked like the thing just was not handling right.
No, the car is super tight. It's loose end for the first 3 laps, and you kind of got a baby at an entry, and then you kind of burn the right front off, and the front end just sits, and it bounces off the track, and you really got to be easy. I mean, you see guys waiting till about 3/4 of the corner before they even step on the gas again just to get the nose to turn. It's pretty bad, so
yeah,
tire management's going to be key.
We actually noticed that on an in-car view not too long ago, actually. We were watching, and it was about 3/4 of the way through the corner before he picked the throttle back up.
Yeah, we came in, I think, 15 laps early or 10 laps early when everybody else started coming on that long run there, and all of our right fronts were below 15%. So it's pretty drastic. I know Moraz, he's a little bit tighter with his damage, but he actually blew the right front and got the meatball and had a pit. So the car is super tight.
Yeah, we were paying attention to him a little bit too. I know he was one of the ones that started up towards the front, battled with you, one of your teammates. You guys put on a great battle early on too, by the way.
Yeah, that was really fun. I mean, racing that hard, and we kind of got caught up racing really hard and having a good time over tire management there that first run, but
yeah, that's
wasn't
what
too
we
bad.
noticed.
We got a caution. We got a caution, and then we kind of had to settle down. We were having a little bit too much fun there, so we settled back in. Then he had his problems. So
when you abuse the tires, they're gone, right?
Yeah, there's no saving them. I mean, once you burn the right front off, and honestly, if you take 2 laps too hard, your run's done. I mean, it's that bad. You just can't save it, and once you really burn it off, there's no helping it.
Gotcha. Michael McCauley, going back to something we discussed earlier. Look where Gary Mays made it back up to.
Hey, he's up to 3rd now.
He's got it up to 3rd. I mean, he's a couple seconds behind Gann, but he's catching them. He's 3/10 faster than the leader that lap.
And
he's coming to pit road early.
Different strategy now.
Yeah, he's kind of... Man, I'll tell you what, that guy's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve for us. He held it out longer the last run, but he's going to short pit here. So maybe a little bit different strategy once again from the 10 car. The lead's going to stay about the same. It's been, what, 4.2 to 4.4, 4.5, Macaulay?
Yeah.
And a lot of the things we've seen on the track is what Michael Mueller's just explained to us in the booth here even. The car just don't rotate very good in the corner.
Even putting brake bias in the rear, you still can't get it to turn. I mean, it's the front end just kills the track. You can't put enough brake into it. And you can't back out early and hope it rolls. It's definitely tough this week. That's for sure. This isn't the normal when we go to a mile and a half and we go flat out and pack race. This is definitely going to be a driver's race here.
Yeah, so the two leaders have stayed out, got about 50 laps on their tires. So, how long can you go on fuel here?
I think we were about 60.
Okay, so they're going to be getting pretty close to stopping at 51 laps then.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, do you want to come for tire, like what Gary May did? I mean, he came a little bit early for the tire strategy. It's good. It's a good strategy, but these guys, Justin and Todd, I mean, they're gonna come and get tires, and unfortunately, they're just gonna hold that first two spots. I mean, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, they had a pretty good advantage. I mean, May was the closest one to him when he pitted his. Craig's going to bring it in right now, actually. The leader's on pit road. And I would expect Gann's probably going to follow him to pit road here. No, actually, Gann's going to stay on the track another lap.
He's got to pit this lap.
He had
you don't have a choice. That forced him.
He had a little bit more tires, but I think the one to keep an eye on is going to be Gary May because he pitted 4 or 5 laps ago. So May's been back out on the racetrack throwing down some laps, and he was only, a couple of seconds behind Gann when he pitted?
About 5 seconds behind, or he was about a second behind Gann and about 5 seconds behind Todd.
So I'm kind of interested to see where the, after this all cycles out, to see where the 10 car winds up and whether or not stopping earlier like that works out good for the guy.
Yeah.
Because he could have ran, by my calculations, 10 or 11 laps longer than these guys could have. But there wouldn't have been an advantage to that because we're 1/17 of 160 laps. So the advantage wouldn't have been there, McCauley.
No.
We're watching.
I think Gann's still out there, too.
Yeah, Gann's going to hold it out there. And so if we're 100, if we got 43 laps to go, and I'm asking you this, Michael Mueller, is there any advantage to Justin Gann staying out on the track right now?
No, this right here is one of those I'm hoping for a caution moments.
Gotcha.
This is definitely going to kill him because Todd's already out. He's clocking huge laps. He's right behind him here. Behind Moraz, so
yeah, he's coming.
Hoping for a caution.
He's trying to work to get back on the lead lap, so if there is a caution, that he's not caught a lap down right here. I understand that, but yeah, and I was wondering that about Gann, if he was actually changing his strategy up and kind of hoping for a caution there, staying out.
He's coming right here now. And here he comes down pit road.
Yeah, he's 57 laps into the run, so I'll tell you what, Gary May is not far behind that 22 car.
No, at 3 seconds.
Yeah, he made up a lot of time there. I'm kind of surprised. Problem is now, I mean, he has 5 laps older tires than Todd. I think that's
that's going to kill him.
That's almost a half second. You know, they give up on between even 5 laps. I mean, tires fall off super quick. So,
looked like a couple of runs ago, May was better on the long run than most anybody, but I don't think 40 laps. Well, I don't know. That's a pretty decent run right there. So we'll have to see what it. I think the 10 can probably easily land in the top 2 or 3 positions. He told us, McCauley, that he was coming back to the booth, man.
Yeah, he did.
I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Gary May told us plain, so I don't think he was joking with us. We got to get. When are we going to see the 51 get back in the victory lane there?
Man, you know, I wish I had an answer for you. I have caught, I think, all of the bad luck these past 4 weeks. So hopefully, I always say it, hopefully next week, you know, Charlotte's one of my best tracks. But I thought this was too, and here we are. I'm back in the booth with you guys. It's never a bad thing. Never a bad thing up here with you guys, but man, I would like to be here after the race.
So this time last season, I believe you had about 6 wins.
Yeah, we were 6 or 7 at that point. Yeah.
So there's the 10 car going around the 4 car right here, and it's showing him 2.7 seconds behind Sayer. He's a ways back from Cray, though, in the 22. Cray's been killing him on lap time. Actually, not in the last lap. They were almost identical.
This car is a handful the first couple laps, just to get some heat in the tires, and then it starts to get really bad. But if you can just kind of baby it the first 2-3 laps just to get the heat in the tires, and then it feels really good for about 5 more, and then it just falls off again. So
and the
just
lead's
kind of get through the stages.
Lead's going to change back over to Todd Craig as the 42 car Mitch Clark takes it to pit road. And Craig's going to have, 2.1 seconds over Cade Sayer.
Yep.
And 4 seconds over Gary May right now. And he was about 0.3, 0.4 faster than May was the last lap. The question is, what happened to Gann? 7th position?
Yeah, that's from staying out that long. That's how much time he gave up staying out that long. I mean, it looks crazy, but that's honestly just how much time you give up compared to old tires, to new tires.
Yeah, Cogswell's going to be for the 6th position right here, and I don't think that's going to be much of a battle for Gann. I don't know. Cogswell moves up, took Gann's line away. Little things like that will cost you time, too.
Oh, yeah.
And time's valuable.
They'll cost you time, and they'll make you get up on the wheel just a little bit more when you can't afford it with these tires. So he's really got to kind of settle back in. I mean, he probably didn't expect him to take his line away there, and he probably dove in a little bit harder. So
yeah, Gann back up to the 6th position, but he's 13.5 seconds behind the race leader in 6th position. That's over half a lap.
Gary May's getting ready to go for second here.
Yeah, Sayer's got a lot more laps on his tires than May does, so Sayer working a little bit of strategy, which isn't a bad plan. I mean, if you're back far enough, work the strategy, Nothing to lose. So for some of these guys, it was kind of a nothing to lose thing, as Gann's going to move up into the top 5 now. But he's still 13 seconds back in the top 5. May's going to be 5 seconds behind the leader in 2nd place, and May's strategy may have actually picked him up a position. Michael Mueller.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, what Justin did just helped Gary even more. That's going to help. I mean, we got 30 laps to go here? 30, I think?
Yeah, we got 30 laps to go right now, so.
Yeah. So, I mean, if Justin can get up on it, I mean, he just got to 5th. He's battling for 4th right now. And I believe he's running just as fast, so.
Yeah, and he's still 13 seconds behind, is the thing. Actually, Gann, right at 13 seconds, 12.9, so.
Yeah.
That's a long way to make up in 29 laps right here. He's just not that much a lap faster.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he can get to, he's half set, he's 0.3 faster than May right now, and he's probably going to catch Cade.
He's going to catch Cade, but I don't know if he'll catch the 10 car.
Yeah.
But we'll see right here. I mean, anything could happen. A guy could go up and scrape the wall a little bit and lose a bunch of momentum, and there goes 2 or 3 seconds.
That wall comes up quick, especially out of 4. And you gas up just a second too early, and it'll cost you 3 mile an hour on the straightaway.
Well, we were watching you in practice, and you tried moving that wall out before the race started.
Yeah, I was trying to give it a little more area on exit there, and unfortunately the wall is just a little bit tougher than my car was.
He had a plan, didn't he, Macaulay?
Oh yeah,
He
we
was.
saw it.
We saw him working on it, didn't we? We thought you might have had. I think it was turn 4, moved out a couple feet there at one time, Michael
I
Mueller.
was trying. I figured if I gassed up harder and hit it harder, it would move out. And I went through there again on a fresh car, and it was still in the same spot. So Iowa has pretty tough walls.
Man, if they take down the softer wall here, you'd have an extra foot.
I know.
You'd hit the wall a little harder, but
I mean, it hurt just a little bit more, but we'd have a little bit. We'd have a second more throttle time. So.
exactly.
Give and take, right?
That's right. Give and take. What's safety when you can pick up another second on the throttle, right?
Exactly. I mean, we're in a brand new car, a next gen car. I mean, that's got to be double the safety, right?
Exactly. That double. It at least doubled it. Probably tripled it.
Exactly. I mean, we're not going that fast,
And it's a short track.
Exactly.
Who needs safer barriers at a short track?
Yeah, safer barriers and clean cars. Just get rid of both of those.
Exactly. Just take the fenders off, make them modifieds.
We got a couple modifieds out here.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
5 car is Osborne's probably still out there, and he's nope. He retired it. He was a modified.
Oh, okay, so I believe that's actually I think that's about it on the
Yeah,
modified division.
I don't think any of the other guys were modifieds out there. We're gonna flip through a few cars right here, and
I'll tell you though, Moraz tried to make it a modified. I will give him that.
there's definitely some guys with some dents in their cars still.
We reinforced the right sides in our cars this week just in case, and he tried to test it.
Yeah, the 30 car has gotten around the 12th car of Cade Sayer. But he's 8 point... Oh, no. Hold on. Yes, he is. He's like 8 seconds behind Gary May still. But May has been dropping to the race leader a couple tenths a lap, and that equals 8.1 seconds on the clock right now.
I think Justin's going to get to Gary. I mean, he's...
He might.
3
There's
tenths
21
faster
to
every
go.
lap. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to get there. He's 3-4 tenths faster almost every lap. So, I mean, he just needs to focus, get through this lap traffic, and I think he'll get second for sure.
Yeah, that 4 car right there might be on fresher tires than Gann.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's your teammate there, and he
Yep,
is.
that's
He's just outside the top 10, so he might be able to pick up another spot here before this thing's over. We're talking about the 4 car Andrew Moraz.
He's got to get by his teammate of Joshua here.
He's right up there. Not
Yeah,
too far
right there.
ahead.
Yeah, he's right behind Gary.
Well, Andrew's definitely got a lot fresher tires. Josh has got 34 laps on his. Andrew's got 12 laps on his tires, so I think he'll catch him.
Yeah, here he is. Here he goes. He'll get him here.
Going to take him on the bottom, it looks like, coming out of turn 4. And like I said, no battle there. You see Gary May right there in the 10, and not real far ahead of that 30 car Justin Gann. There's 18 to go. I think Gann will get to him.
Ooh,
16, yeah.
yeah, he cracked the wall there.
But then Gann has another 8.2 seconds to catch the race leader. And time is running out with 17 to go. So 2 caution flags early on, Michael Mueller, and then green flags sent, from that point on. Did you expect that at all?
I think we kind of expected one quick one just with how loose the car was in entry, and then being around each other with everybody side by side taking the air off each other's cars. I mean, it's even worse than, you saw Justin. I mean, he's one of our best drivers here, and he went off into one, and just that quick, the rear end just snaps out. So we kind of expected one earlier. Then we had the second one. We kind of had the Phoenix from this year where we got a bunch of quick ones that we went green kind of like this. So definitely focus on the long run, and if you had the long run speed, it was going to pay out today.
Yeah, we got panned out the view a little bit on the broadcast, and you can clearly see the 30 is almost to the 10.
Yeah.
He's catching them pretty quickly, and he's been 3-4 tenths a lap faster here. And that's the difference between 11 laps on your tires. Looks like Gann didn't abuse them too bad. He's able to hang on to his tires here pretty good, going after the 10 car and going back to the second position. May won't lose anything. He was third when he pitted, and he'll be third at the end of the thing if it finishes out like this.
This is a great run for him, so, I mean, this is solid run.
He told us he was getting back in the booth, Macaulay. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And he's driving his way back. Proud of that feller.
Where did he finish last week? I don't remember where he finished last week.
We're going to stay with this because it's going to turn into a battle for the P2 spot with 12 laps to go right here. With the Hyperdrive Cup Series at Swift Motorsports, he's there. Now he's going by. This is a fight for the second position. Not going to be much of a fight coming out of turn 4. Justin Gann in the 30 car is going to take it. And that's going to put Gary May right back to the third spot, but still in a podium position. Second, third, it's still the podium. Really, it's only 1 point, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And if he doesn't have any X, that's another point. So, I mean, he really didn't lose anything then.
Now he's going to close in a little bit this time through 3 and 4, running the middle lane, and look like he might not be done battling yet. He got past, but he don't want to let him go, does he?
Gary May's feisty. We've been racing with him for years, and he's feisty. That's what we like about him. So, he's a solid guy.
So if Gann wants to get up there and win this thing with 9 laps to go, he's going to have to make up 10.4 seconds.
Second a lap.
Over a second a lap, and that's not going to happen. Yeah, Gary May just don't have the tire to run with the 30. He didn't have the tire to run down the 22. And Todd Craig now has a double-digit lead over the field with 8 laps to go. The only thing that would change this thing, guys, is a caution. Oh, that's an evil thing to say, isn't it?
I don't know. I was down there before I had the incident. I was kind of down there jumping up and down, throwing water bottles out the window net. I was doing everything I could for one earlier.
Well, Nation 01 was on the fence throwing corn dog wrappers and stuff down.
He needs to throw something better than that. I mean, we need something here.
Well, they had to ban him from bringing beer bottles to the track after what happened a couple weeks ago. You remember that incident, don't you, Macaulay?
Oh, I do. I didn't hear the whole what happened when the wife came home, but
he's still alive, so that's good news.
That's one positive thing.
Right.
Might be sleeping in the front yard, but
he's still living and breathing.
Yeah.
He's actually probably watching the stream, getting ready for work right now.
Night shift.
Yes, he is.
I mean, he could just climb the fence if he wanted to, and that'll bring out a caution.
Exactly. Well,
I'm not asking for much.
I think the guy's been known to do that a time or two and take his clothes off.
I mean, I don't know if we need the second part, but the first part, I'm all in.
You seen the guy, what was it, at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game that streaked? They said he's a professional streaker. That's Nation.
Was that the Super Bowl one?
Yeah.
Super Bowl, yeah.
Yeah, the Super Bowl streaker.
The one that betted on himself saying someone was going to streak during the Super Bowl and he got paid for streaking.
Yes.
What a genius.
He went to jail for it, too.
Oh, he did.
He walked out of jail with a smile on his face, though.
Yes, he did,
twice
and a
as rich.
pocket full of money. Sometimes you just got to gamble on it, and it was worth it financially, so the feller did it. All right, 3 laps to go, and Justin Gann hasn't been closing the distance in. In fact, it's increased just a little bit. We got 2 laps to go now. Gary May's got about 5 seconds over James Gannier. And I think he can hold on to a 5-second gap for a couple laps here. And speaking of Gannier, he's back in the 4th spot in the 14 car. And back in 5th right here is going to be Mitch Clark in the 42. And we're on the white flag now. Todd Craig coming out of turn 2, going down the back straightaway for the last time. Now the 22 is going to drive it through turns 3 and 4 at Iowa Speedway, off of turn 4, down the front straightaway, and Todd Craig in the 22 is going to be your winner right here at Iowa for the Hyperdrive Cup Series. Man, what a race, Michael McCauley.
Yeah, it was a good one.
2 caution flags early. It went green flag after that. Lone green flag runs, green flag pit stops. And we seen some lead changes tonight. Quite a few of them, actually. Michael Mueller was involved in some of them with your teammate early on. That was pretty good battles right there, and we're going to wait for some guys to get back into our waiting room so we can do our post-race interviews here. We want to thank everyone that tuned into the broadcast tonight here at Iowa. And we'll take a quick rundown of your top 5. So Todd Craig's going to bring it home in first. Justin Gann in the 30 car, P2. And back in third, podium finish for the 10 car, Gary May. And why am I not on the burnout car? There we go. He's doing burnouts, and I'm not even there. We're going to wait for the 22 of Todd Craig to get in the waiting room down there. He's got a little bit of grass to mow. 11.2 seconds in the win. Mow it down. You know what I mean, McCauley?
Oh, he earned it.
Yeah, he's there. He's down there now. So we're going to go ahead and get our interviews going right here post-race. Todd Craig, we got you up here in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. Got you loud and clear.
Man, that 21 car was a rocket, or 22 car was a rocket. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Good night. Good night here.
You started back in the field, though. You literally had to physically drive your way through the field. Tell us about that.
Yeah, actually, had a pretty poor qualifying spot tonight. I wasn't happy with that. Came to the field, things were looking good. And we had that pit road violation in pit road. I believe that put us back again to 15. I was a little concerned with that, and I know some of the guys up front had problems up there, so allowed us to get where we be and try to figure out the pit strategy. Then there at the end, Justin holding out, really just didn't know when to pit on that last one because I knew some guys had pitted early. You don't want to give up too much time, but I knew Justin was hawking back there waiting to see what was going to happen, and he held out. I thought he was going to have a little more for us at the end, but yeah, it was cruise control tonight, guys.
Yeah, 11.2 seconds there, and knocking the wind down here at Iowa. It's gotta feel really good.
Yeah, last night we had a great run and learned some stuff here. A lot of braking, a lot of keeping that right front under you. I know Justin, after one run, he was down to 3% on the front, and we were at 13, so we were doing something right. I just couldn't overdrive it and not take on any damage, and like I said, look for the last 40, 50 laps to run it.
Well, that's also going to be your second win on the season here. And I think coming into tonight, you were, second in the point standings?
Yeah, I believe so. Last night we took over the points lead, I believe, in Xfinity. So, yeah, we're going hard, guys. I mean, momentum's on our side. Time you get momentum going into the end of this and into the playoffs, it's a good thing. So I'm feeling really good about that.
Well, the points leader, Tommy Haynes, had to take the night off. So I'm kind of interested to see how this shakes out when they get them
Yeah,
updated here.
No, he was up there. Moraz was up there. I think, had a little incident tonight. That's kind of how it goes. That we all have our bad luck at times. It's that momentum. It's just getting the laps in, not making mistakes, hitting your pit stops, knowing your pit strategy, and keeping an eye out what everybody else is doing. Like I said, Justin, he tried something tonight, and I was a little concerned because that's usually one of the things I'll do is a little farther. Fortunately, we were just on a rail tonight.
Well, yeah, and you guys are inching your way ever so closer to the chase here.
Yeah, this is just a great weekend, and it doesn't happen too often where back to backs in this or in this league. So, I'm real happy about that.
Well, you got it, man. P1 here at Iowa. You have anyone you want to thank, Todd? Why we got you in the broadcast booth here?
Always Swift Motorsports. Everybody puts on the show here. It's professional racing. Hyperdrive for sponsoring the series. WFO putting on the broadcast. Cousin Jess, Trixie, Infinite Hero, Pets in Paradise. Yeah, that's about it. Just real happy, guy.
Todd, it's awesome, man. Always awesome having you in the booth after one of these things, and congrats on the second victory of the season here in Iowa tonight, buddy.
All right. Appreciate it, guys. Hope to talk to you soon.
Look forward to it.
All right.
Todd Craig, race winner. And now we're going to find Justin Gann. That's our P2 finisher, right?
Yep.
And we're going to let you, Michael McCauley, we'll let you catch up with Justin Gann here in the booth.
All right. Hey, Justin Gann, you got Mike and Vern in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Oh, yeah, I got you guys. What's up?
Yeah, pretty exciting race tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, especially lap one. I could not believe what I did there, but I apologize to all the drivers that I affected on that one. But yeah, luckily I was able to get back up to second.
Yeah, no, you had a nice recovery there. It was kind of exciting there on the first lap. Kind of, you're sliding everywhere there, but you had a nice recovery there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I was just talking to the guys about it, and I think just hitting that bump in turn one just really shook my car, and the cold tires on top of that, it was just not a good combination, and trying to save it was really rough, and everybody did a great job avoiding me 100%.
Yeah, no, that was good. Just going to talk about your race. I mean, I know it was obviously you had that on the first lap. I mean, how were the tires? I mean, I know tires. You went through tires pretty quick here. They didn't last long at all.
No. I think that long run that I stayed out and ran the fuel pretty much out. I was down to 3% on the right front, so I think a couple other guys were pretty low. Some were even at 0. It's just it's one of those things that this car, you have barely seen tire wear all season, and then you come here and it's very drastic. So it was a good change, I think. It made you really have to drive the car, and Todd really came away with it and had a great race, and it showed.
Yeah. Are you a fan of this type of racing, or are you more a fan of the pack racing that we've seen most of the season?
Oh no, I think the short tracks really show off what these cars can do and what the drivers can do with the car. Recently, these cars in the packs, it kind of feels like a super speedway, and they're okay, but I like being able to save and throw some strategy in there to separate these guys a little bit.
Yeah. No, it's kind of fun having a mix of both. One that's a driver's race.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I'm excited to see what these cars can do at some of these tracks coming up. I know we've put some challenging ones coming into the chase, so I think it's really gonna see who can pull away in the points.
Yeah. I mean, you got Charlotte next week. You like Charlotte?
Oh yeah, I love Charlotte. It's a good track. It's one of those tracks that everybody gets to race quite a bit coming into iRacing, so most people know it pretty well. So I think it'll put on a pretty good show.
Yeah. That should be interesting. Anybody would like to thank while we have you in the booth?
Yep, got to thank the sponsor, Ayers iRacing Paints. I got to thank everybody up in the booth, adminning, and you guys doing the broadcast, and thank my wife for letting me race as much as I do. It's definitely quite a bit I'm on here. And thank everybody coming out to the league. We had a great turnout tonight, so I definitely want to thank all the drivers that came out tonight and put on the show. So I'm excited to go back and look at the broadcast.
Awesome. And I was sitting here thinking, Michael McCauley, when you were interviewing him, my question is there a track that you do not like, Justin Gann?
I am not a fan of super speedways. So if you ask me, do I like Talladega? Nope. Do I like Daytona? Definitely not. So if it's a super speedway, you're going to know I don't like it.
Well, I had to throw it out there, so now we know what he does not like, Michael.
I'm not very good at road courses either, so I got a win at the road course this season, but I think that was out of luck. And
yeah, I'm not gonna say that you're not good at road courses because we've seen that race, so we're gonna look past that one.
Well, yeah, they're not my favorite either, though.
Well, the good news is you don't have a super speedway or a road course on the rest of the schedule, so
that's right.
That means
we'll see what the drivers can do coming up.
What about Pocono? Is Pocono one of your tracks?
Honestly, I think Pocono's going to be seeing the way the tires wore out tonight. I think we're going to see something similar at Pocono like we do here tonight.
I would have to agree with you on that, but I'll tell you, I'm looking forward to next week and the week after that, Charlotte and Atlanta Motor Speedway. I think that's going to put some really good racing on for you guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to see what the season has to hold. And like I said, we're getting some good driver turnout. It's been a little low throughout the season, but these guys have really stuck it out, and word's getting around, and we're starting to fill back up. So I'm excited to see that.
3 wins on the season. I believe 5 top 5s now. So pretty.
Oh, yeah.
You missed the first race of the season, and you've been on a pretty good tear since then, Justin.
Oh yeah, it's definitely been some tough racing. Trying to learn these cars is definitely tough, and you have to put in the track time and the seat time everywhere to make sure you can run up front. So as long as you do that and keep her clean, I think these guys will end up with a good finish.
Well, you're doing it well, Justin. Congratulations on the second place, and we'll probably be talking to you after Charlotte.
I hope so.
All right, Justin, have a good night, buddy.
All right, you too. Thank you.
So that was Justin Gann, driver of the 30, and I'll tell you what, the feller said he was going to be back in the booth.
Yeah, he held his word.
And he kept his word, didn't he?
Yeah, he didn't lie.
Gary May, we got you up here in the booth with Vern and Michael. You told us you would be back here, man.
I like to keep my promises.
You did it. You did it tonight, and you finished on the podium. And I'll tell you what, watching the lap times and stuff, tire for tire, when you guys were on, when they didn't have 10 lap or 12 lap better tires than you, that 10 car was fast on the long run. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I'm not real aggressive. Short runs, I'm not a big short run guy, so I just try to stay clean and be smooth and try to save those tires as much as possible. And this car, these tires, everything, it's working out for me.
That's awesome. Take us through the last pit stop. We seen you short pitted a little early there. Tell us a little bit about what kind of strategy you had going on.
Well, I had a couple different, was thinking a couple of different strategies. Do I stay out like Justin did and maybe catch a caution and catch everybody a lap down, or do I, I did that the previous caution and stayed out a little while before I pitted, and I just went back too far. So I was just, a little worried about, going back too far and having to race through guys again and not having enough time. So I just decided to short pit a little bit and see if I could win it that way. But it worked out. I'm real happy about it.
Well, you went for it, and that's what matters. I mean, you have to when you're back like that, you have to do something different to have a shot at it if it stays green. And we seen you do something different. Gann was the same way. We've seen you guys do something different, and you still wound up in the same spot that you were in when you tried something different, Gary.
No, real good night, real good track. Loved the track. I loved, honestly, I was just trying to do my own thing and drive the track, not race anybody else. If they were faster, let them go, and it worked out, quite a bit for me. And honestly, I didn't even realize how fast, I was, but I was quite a bit faster, and seemed like I was faster for a longer period of time.
You were definitely fast on the long run when you guys were tire for tire. I mean, same laps on your tires, and that was really impressive to see. But I'll tell you, as this season's been wearing on, man, that 10 car's finding you're finding your groove.
I appreciate that. I'm enjoying it, enjoying this season, having a real good season, and hope to make a little noise in playoff. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, you look like you're cruising pretty good in the playoff battle. And what do you got? One more race before we make that chase up and start racing for a championship?
Yeah. I don't know where I am just yet. They haven't updated yet. But
Yeah, we're updated.
Okay, we're updated. So I'm 8th, and honestly, I have my drop off race is a race I didn't even race. So I might be a little higher after the drop off. So
yeah, after you get your drop, you might be, man. And I'll tell you what, we love it when a man keeps his word, don't we, Michael McCauley?
Oh yeah, it's great.
I'm just disappointed Nation's not in here. I wanted to get talk that West Virginia talk with him.
He had to work the night shift tonight, so he wasn't able to come in and join us. And I'll have to tell him that if he don't catch a broadcast, I'll have to tell him that you got back in the booth, man.
Well, try to.
Was it a week later or 2 weeks later? Was that 2 weeks ago?
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I believe it was 2 weeks ago. It was the. I think it was back at. Was it Talladega? No. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Talladega.
I think it was Talladega, the super speedway, after that happened. So, if Nation don't catch it on the broadcast, Gary, I'll let them know.
Well, I appreciate it. Always got to keep your word. Man of the word, can't beat that guy.
Do you have anyone you want to thank while we got you in the booth, Gary?
Yeah, I want to thank everybody. I mean, I'd like to thank you guys for doing a hell of a job putting on the broadcast. I'd like to thank the admins. Also like to thank Hyperdrive for sponsoring the series, and and just everybody in general. I mean, it was pretty clean race tonight. I'm glad it went green the whole way, and my wife for putting up with me and let me spend all money on my rig and everything else.
There you go. Don't you that's important. You can't leave her out, I promise you.
No, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, and McCauley's learning. He's got a girlfriend that Michael McCauley got him a butt kicker. About 2 months ago, month and a half ago?
Yeah, about 2 months ago.
And he has a hard time being able to co-commentate on Thursday nights because his wife don't want to give up the rig.
Yeah. Well, mine don't fight me for the rig or anything, but yeah, I got a butt kicker to boot on my rig, and she's let me. She knows how much I enjoy it, so she lets me do what I want. So
he needs to set up a camera, don't he, Michael McCauley?
Yeah.
I'm too old to set up a camera. Nobody wants to look at my old butt.
Gary, man, congratulations once again on the top 3, and I'm telling everybody to watch out for the 10 car because you are picking up momentum, man.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. You guys do a great job, and I appreciate you rooting for me there. I try to be a good guy, and it seems to be working out pretty good for me.
Well, I would say that I would ask if you were going to make it back in the booth again, but I'm pretty sure you will, Gary.
Yeah, I'm counting on it. I mean, why not? That's two.
You're becoming a fixture here.
Yeah, let's go for a third one. Go for a third one in 4 weeks. That sounds pretty good to me. But I'd rather make it back to the booth when it counted in that playoff.
There you go, and we wish you the best of luck, not just at Charlotte next week, but in all the rest of the races, and certainly in the playoffs.
I appreciate it, guys. You
Gary,
guys
it's
have a good
great
night.
having you back in here, buddy, and awesome job on that third place run tonight.
Thank you very much. Guys, have a good night.
You too, Gary.
You too.
So that was Gary May, third place finisher, podium. The man told Nation he was coming back. That's who he told was Nation, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he did it. He come back in the booth here tonight, and he earned it with a podium. And I believe that's our top three. I think we got our interviews done. So what are we going to look at? The results here?
Yep.
You still got yours open?
I got mine open.
I'll do the first 7. You do the next 7.
All right.
Or would it be 8? I don't know. We'll go 8. I'll do the first 8. All right, so your winner tonight, just recapping here, the 22 of Todd Craig. He did it by leading the last lap. He had to lead the last lap to win, right, Michael McCauley?
Yeah, that's the most important one.
He actually did it by 11.280 seconds. So that part was pretty important. I tried to throw a joke in there, and it went bad. All right, so second place was Justin Gann. Third, we just talked to him, Gary May, really good guy. It's awesome to have Gary back in the booth again. Back and forth, a car that we got to give a little time to tonight, that was James Gannier in the 14. In fifth place, new driver in the Cup Series at least. That was Mitch Clark in the 42. And back in sixth was the 12 of Cade Sayer. And in seventh was 87 of Anthony Keys. And back in eighth was the 4-car Andrew Moraz.
And in ninth is Jonathan Cogswell. Finishing 10th, rounding out the top 10 was Gary Wells. 11th is Joshua Kanata. And we're going to get this right. 12th is Michael Robinson. And 13th is Mitchell Robinson. 14th is Derrick Rowley. I think I said that right.
Yep.
15th is Chad Osborne. 16th, he was in the booth, Michael Mueller. And I think finishing out the field in 17th was Jarrett Lipster.
Yep, and Darren Clement in the 32 did actually not make the start. He's going to be scored in 20th position. So, but I don't think Clement ended up turning a lap from the start.
No, I don't believe so.
So, that's the recap of the finishing order. Overall, what was your experience tonight, Michael McCullough?
That was an exciting race to start out. A couple quick cautions, but after that, things settled out, and it turned out to be a pretty good race.
Yeah, the lights come on at Iowa, and looked like the cautions went away, and it was just a long green flag run with a battle of pit stops there at the end.
Yeah, different pitch strategies going on, so that made it interesting.
Yeah, and the 10 of Gary May, I mean, that's what we ask about because we seen May fight his way all the way up there to, what was it, almost second. Not quite second when he come to pit road the last time. And I knew that, well, both of us knew that he could run longer than the two in front of him on a tank of fuel. But he actually tried short pitting there to work a little strategy, and it worked for him momentarily, and then it went away.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't lose anything out of it.
But he didn't lose anything. That's exactly right. He had everything to gain and nothing to lose, and he still come home in the podium with a great finish here. And it worked out for him in points, too. And speaking of points, and we talked to Todd Craig about it earlier, Todd Craig is now the points leader. After winning tonight, the previous points winner, Tommy Haynes, we talked to him last week, Michael McCauley. Haynes is going to drop all the way to 6th in points.
Wow. It's a big drop.
Yeah, big drop, and we hate to see that. We know Tommy had to miss tonight, and he'll be back next week at Charlotte.
Yeah, he'll be back.
And I would suspect that he'll be on the gas pedal.
Yeah, we better get our bootleggers ready.
We got to get the bootleggers ready. That's exactly right. So we'll have him ready next week at Charlotte when he comes back because I'm pretty sure he's going to be gunning for a points lead.
Yeah.
And it's 10 p.m. and like clockwork, man, we're going to thank everybody for joining us in the broadcast tonight. I know it was a little rocky at the start, but I told you to hang with us, and it did straighten itself out, man.
Yeah, it definitely did.
So I didn't lie. That's all that matters. We got it straightened out. and we were good to go. With the weather today, how it was, I'm not surprised at all that it did that. It would surprise me if it didn't, Michael.
Yeah.
But we thank everybody for hanging in there and working through that with us. And if you like what you've seen, give us a like in the broadcast. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that too. And you can catch us next Thursday night when we're going to come back with the Hyperdrive Cup Series. And I believe we're going to be live from Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yep.
But what's even cooler about that is I think that might be the final race before the chase.
Yep. Final race of the regular season.
So final regular season race going to be 150 laps at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So once again, thanks for tuning in. You have a wonderful and safe weekend, and we'll catch you back here next week.
Good night.
I can't find my damn